Hey there. The lever that we will focus on in this video is the one that will open the trap door and dump out your obsolete inventory. Parts inventory is the second biggest cash investment the dealership makes behind used cars. Mysteriously, those two commodities are treated very differently by dealer principals and GMs all over the country. When a used car gets to be 90 days old, 180 at the oldest, most dealerships will do whatever it takes to get it gone, including selling it at a loss. I haven't figured out why yet, but there is not a similar plan, and sometimes no plan at all, for when parts become aged. The problem is when that inventory sits there, it becomes obsolete. Obsolescence is generally accepted anywhere between 9 and 12 months no sale. Whenever that point is for your store, the resulting implications are the same. At that point, the obsolescence becomes the anchor that will weigh down the parts department and the dealership. Since parts are such a big cash outlay, it really creates a strain on the system when that cash isn't generating cash. The money that's sitting on those shelves could be paying for another counter person, parts truck, heck, even a raise for the old parts manager. I get it. Some of you inherited this inventory. Some of you had to watch the previous manager build it up. And truth be told, some of you were in the big chair as this problem was mounting. No matter what the path, you are here. Now what are you going to do about it? It probably took years and years to build up that amount of obsolete parts that you have. It may take years to work yourself out of it, but the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. The facts show me that some of my dealers have parts on the shelves that are 2 to 5 years old. The harsh reality is that these parts are not worth what you have into them, or what you paid for them. Step 1, it may be time to come to grips with the fact that you are not going to get full price with them. Anywhere from 30 to 60 cents on the dollar, minus shipping, is going to be the going rate. Now this list is in no way all-inclusive, but here are a few thought starters that can help you get out of the ditch. Some of these methods are going to work faster than others, so let's touch on them. Pretty simple one here. Get on ARO and start generating return allowance on purchases that you're already making. Those ARO purchases are also 100% guaranteed. Now, ARO isn't a magic bullet, but it can certainly head off future obsolescence while helping get rid of what's currently on the shelf. Check out the What is ARO video for more details. D2D is part of our parts platform that opens up your inventory so other dealers can see it. Just because you're not selling it doesn't mean that a customer halfway across the country doesn't want to buy it. Everybody wins. You can sell the part as well as buy them via this system. See Mopar.com in the Magnetic Morelli section for more details. D2D Parts Exchange may also be a viable solution for many. See the Parts tab in Dealer Connect for more details. This route will work out especially well if you're part of a dealer group that has multiple lines. Lines of different manufacturers is even better. More to come on that. See Mopar.com for more details on Magnetic Morelli or M&M. For now, just think of them as our all makes line. The purchase of M&M parts can earn you 4-to-1, 3-to-1, even 1-to-1 return allowance depending on what route you take. And the purchases that you make are guaranteed for at least a year. Return allowance is great, but here's the kicker. You can sell a part to your sister store, get a $25 rebate for yourself, and get them a 20% rebate check. See the wholesale tab in Mopar.com for more details. This one's going to take a little time, but it can be just as effective as any other method. Every month, put a portion of your profits into a kitty. At the end of the year, take that dollar's value worth of parts and throw them in the trash. That's right, junk them. I know. This one is tough to do physically and mentally, but it needs to be done. Not only are those parts an accounting anchor, they are physically in your way. Once those old crusty parts are out of your way, you have room for the shiny new ones that will actually turn and make some money. And don't let the office tell you how hard it might be to do. The office staff should be there to support you, not to tell you why something you want to do won't work. I've had this idea for a while, but I've got to admit that I recently borrowed the term trunk money from one of my dealers. Most dealers already have a quote pack on new and used vehicles. Beyond that wrinkle, this idea is similar to the last one. The thought with trunk money is to pack $100 or some dollar amount to every used car sold. Put that money in a kitty and again toss out that amount of parts at the end of every year. Obsolescence is a problem for the dealership, not just the parts department. It may take a dealership approach to solving it. This slight difference can preserve some profits for the dealership versus the parts accrual method that I spoke about in the last slide. Good old eBay, Amazon, and the like. They work. You can set up your own eBay store or sell parts right off the dealership's parts page. Each method has its advantages. Depending on what the part is, it may or may not work as well in an eBay setting. For example, a fan belt from an 85K car wouldn't do as well as an original battery tray for a 76 Duster, which I think I've actually seen at a dealership. If you're going to go the eBay route, I recommend using an employee's internet savvy kid to post, track, respond, even ship the parts on a commission basis. That way, or that might work on your own dealership's website, but they're two totally different types of setups. We can talk more about them offline together. There are several dealers around the country, a couple right here in the business center, that purchase aged inventory from other dealers. I say 30 to 60 cents on the dollar, but in reality, it's whatever you can negotiate. You can find these dealers on your own, or I can hook you up with the couple that I know. Now, you might see this method as the most expensive, but it is by far the fastest way to get out of the ditch. We plan on selling 1 million more vehicles over the next 5 years. You not dragging along the obsolescence anchor will put you in the best position to make the most out of that growth. These operations function similarly to the dealers that I just talked about. And this list is not all-inclusive. Just Google parts wholesaler and you'll probably find more. These operations, you can sell and buy discounted parts. Many of these operations open up your inventory to brand X dealers, independents, and whoever else subscribes to their service. Again, you also have the ability to buy parts at discounted levels. Now this way is fast as well. This method is fast as well. The major difference is that I've never heard of an entire list being purchased on one of these sites versus a dealer group which will buy the entire list in one shot. Like I said, this parts issue has been years in the making. It's going to take some time to dig out of it. Like I said, this parts issue has been years in the making. It's going to take some time to dig out of it. It may take 1, 2, or all of the strategies, and even some more that I haven't even thought of, to get through all your obsolete parts. The main thing is to start doing something about it. All right, that's enough talk. Time to take action.